What is up, fellow movie acolytes? My name is Dan Stevens, and welcome to The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Today we're going to be talking about Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice, made in 2016. And guys, if you haven't already, please smash the like button, subscribe if you haven't, and show us some love at the end of each month. We're going to be doing a giveaway. We're going to try to help build the channel. So if you have subscribed, you will be automatically entered into the giveaway. We're going to be giving away some kind of movie replica prop, something like that. For some kind of movie, maybe the MCU, the DCU, it could be anything. We hope you guys like it, so stay tuned. Now, the good, bad, and the ugly, we're going to be talking about the good things, the bad things, and the downright ugly things on any given film. So let's start with Dawn of Justice. And guys, Batman v Superman is a film that I really do enjoy. I'm a huge fan of it, and I am a little biased in some spots, so, let me know in the comment section what you guys think, if you like it, if you don't like it. But like I said, we're going to be giving, points to or take away from, depending on if it's good, bad, or ugly. So let's get to it. Now, the opening scene where Bruce Wayne's parents are killed, honestly, I know some people are going to disagree, but I really enjoy this version of it, and I know this is probably the millionth time that we've seen Bruce Wayne's parents die, whether it's in comics, in film, in cartoons, whatever it might be. But goddamn, Zack Snyder, you shot this whole the gun hitting the pearls, beautifully shot, well done. We're going to give a point for that. We then get a nice cold open of Bruce Wayne's perspective of the Zod-Superman fight. And I honestly think this is another great way to introduce Ben Affleck's Batman character into this universe that was the Man of Steel universe. And basically, Bruce is running into the rubble and the wreckage as everyone else is running away. And it shows exactly what kind of Batman we're dealing with here, what kind of Bruce Wayne even we're dealing with here. Someone who truly cares about people. It also gives us a good perspective as to why he hates Superman. He fears him. Next up, Lois gets into another debacle in Africa, and this kicks off probably, in my opinion, the weakest part of the film. We have about a half an hour, maybe a little bit more, where Lois is going to be trying to find out and get justice for Superman and who's trying to frame him. And honestly, it's just kind of there. It seems like an unnecessary side plot. It would have been a better plot thread. It would have been a better plot thread if we didn't know already it was Lex. We didn't know he was behind the whole thing. It's very clear from the beginning of the film that it's Lex. I mean, let's be honest. We all knew that, right? Later on, though, I do got to admit, I do really enjoy the conversations between Clark and Lois. You don't get that much in Man of Steel at all, and you finally see them in a relationship, living together in an apartment. And honestly, the whole bathtub scene, everything like that, I really enjoyed. I enjoyed the relationship that they had. It felt real. It was very good acting, and I enjoyed that aspect that we don't see from Superman in the previous film. And then next up, for a big Batman fan like me, we finally get some Batman. We get the intro to Batman, and holy shit, the atmosphere, the ambiance, the music. What else can I say? Honestly, I love the entire scene, the setup of Batman, how terrifying he is, because that's who he is, guys. He's terrifying to villains. He's not just some guy who beats them to a pulp. He also terrifies them. He scares them, and the whole branding thing. You give her, either hate it or love it. I'm kind of in the middle on it. I just think it's kind of an interesting take on the whole character, and it just adds another way for Lex to manipulate him later on. Speaking of music, though, holy crap, Hans Zimmer stepped it up. Junkie XL teamed up with him this time around, and honestly, it's an amazing score for the film. We got Wonder Woman's theme in this film. Sounds amazing. It's very memorable. We have Batman, which sound like a building up a locomotive, which is really very thematic, and it has a good theme for the whole story, with his anger building the whole time. And Alfred even kind of comments on that, how the fever and the rage, and that's how it starts, and then it builds up into something that turns men cruel. And the entire theme itself is this building locomotive. And then we got Lex Luthor's theme. Yet another really memorable theme. Well done, Hans Zimmer and Junkie XL. You guys both did a fantastic job. And then we are introduced to this universe's Lex Luthor. I'm going to go against the grain on this one, guys, and give Jesse Eisenberg a good rating. He is different than anything we've seen before. He's not Gene Hackman. And I get that's what a lot of people were expecting, which is what you kind of get. You get the Gene Hackman version of Lex in a live-action Superman, it seems like, and that's what people expect. Or they want a comic book one or a cartoon one. This is probably different than anything we've ever seen, and this is Zack Snyder's vision. And upon rewatch, I really do like how he's done. And I like the evolution we see from him from the beginning of the film as a conniving shitbag to an actual full-blown supervillain who's able to pit the two biggest heroes in the world against each other through manipulation. That right there to me is Lex Luthor. Because he can't beat Superman in a fist fight. He can't. He's not a powerful supervillain where he can beat him physically, but he can beat Superman mentally. And that's exactly what he does in this film. The middle third of the film plays really well, though. I do enjoy watching Clark in the Ultimate Edition sleuth around and trying to dig up dirt on the Batman. And I do enjoy the scenes in the Daily Planet as well. They actually really show Lawrence Fishburne really well with Perry White. He does a good job, and they get some good laughs in, and it gets that whole part of really Clark Kent much more developed, in my opinion. He's not just he's actually wants justice, and he wants to figure out why this Batman character is doing what he's doing, and it gives a little bit more motivation to the final fight. Next up, Lex finds some kryptonite and pretends to need a senator, played very well by Holly Hunter. He needs an import license from her and ends up using her as yet another victim, and he wants to lay waste to in order to frame Superman. All of Lex's plans come to a head finally when Batman and Superman are pitted against each other. After one badass Batfleck training montage, we do get an amazing scenery of the Batcave, and this is just one of many parts where we do get to see the Batcave. I gotta be honest, in my opinion, it's different, again, than anything else we've seen, but I love the contemporary mid-century modern aesthetic we get from the Batcave. I'm a little partial because I like that style architecture, but it's not the same thing every time. It's something different, and it makes you want to explore more of that cave, and that's something I really think is important. After the training montage, we get what everyone came for, Batman v Superman. I'm going to be honest, I love this scene, and I think it displays each character's unique traits. Batman is the planner. He's planned this entire thing. He plans every moment from where they're going to be fighting to, and some of it might be contrived and convenient and a lot of plot armor. But honestly, I think it displays that and also shows Superman on the other end just being more of a brawler. He just is more of a puncher, and Batman's more of a planner. He's got every step planned out ahead. At the end of the fight, Batman ends up technically winning. Then they Martha it out, which I think is honestly an awesome scene. I think it's extremely underrated. Unfortunately, though, I'm not going to give it a good point because they do end up conveying it incorrectly. They make a lot of people misjudge why they team up in the end anyway. A lot of people don't seem to grasp what the scene is about. They think the Martha thing was just a convenient, easy way for them. And I could go on a whole separate video on why the Martha scene does work, but because people misunderstood it, I don't think it was conveyed correctly, and unfortunately is a little unfair to the film. Next comes easily the 5 best minutes of my entire life when Batman takes on 24 bad guys in a warehouse. Hell fucking yeah, that's exactly what I've always wanted in a Batman film, guys. I've seen him be a detective, and I want more of it, but I haven't seen him take on more than 1 or 2 guys. As great as the Christopher Nolan films are, they don't do a great job with the fighting scenes. It's something that they suffer from fast editing and really poor choreography, I think, for the most part. Whereas this feels like an Arkham video game where I feel like I'm in a comic book where he's just taking out all these guys, and the way he does it is smart. First, he tries to take out as many of the guns as possible through like a mini EMP explosive device, and then it's just an amazing scene. What else can I say? And then, unfortunately, does come what should be a great part of the movie, but ends up being kind of flat, doesn't end up succeeding what it wants to show. The goddamn Doomsday fight. Doomsday, honestly, what is the best way I can describe him? Doomsday looks like he is drawn by my 6-year-old nephew, and then stepped on by my 4-year-old nephew, and then a giant shit was taken on him by my 2-year-old niece. However, one good thing can come from this fight, and that's fucking Wonder Woman. Holy crap, Gal Gadot nails it. The score is amazing. that's I think what everyone wanted to see for Wonder Woman, and she's fantastic in this film. I don't know anyone. I don't think anyone, even if you love or hate, whether you hate this film or love it, no one can deny that she is perfect for Wonder Woman. They end up defeating Doomsday, but Superman does end up dying because of it. We do get a huge sappy ending about Superman's death, and it lasts honestly about 20 minutes long, and it's really well done, but honestly it just takes up a lot of time and amounts to nothing because we all know he's alive. However, we do get Lex Luthor's final form in the Snyder's version for him, and we find out what he ends up looking like, the head shaved and everything, and honestly I think it's just beautiful, and I think unfortunately we never really got to see the next generation of Lex Luthor from Jesse Eisenberg, and I do hope we get some of it in Justice League, in the Snyder Justice League. So that is it, guys. That is Batman v Superman, and it comes out at the end on our good, bad, and the ugly scale at a +11, which means it is a great film on our scale. Now, guys, I know you might disagree. You might love this film or you might hate it. This is a very love or hate film. There's no gray area for people in this. So let me know in the comments what you guys think. And as always, we have at the end, though, our Fuck That Guy award. And this was an interesting one because I was watching this with my brother Kyle, and I said, who do you think is the Fuck That Guy? Because there are some people that make me mad, but there's not a particular one until he pointed out to me, Anderson Cooper, you get the Fuck That Guy award because you have to point out to all of us rum-dum idiots that watch the film that after Man of Steel and everyone complained about Metropolis being leveled and all the people that died, that when Doomsday comes into Metropolis, well, the downtown area is cleared off for most of the day because work is over. Thank you, Anderson Cooper, for pointing that out. I truly needed that, and I feel smarter for it. Totally kidding. So, guys, I hope you liked the review of Batman v Superman, and we'll see you guys next week with more Good, Bad, and the Ugly.